Best of luck to you guys. Got you guys up on the screen. Obviously, if you're in a match, try not to stream snipe, but, I mean, I trust all of you guys. You guys are all pretty upstanding people. I don't think we'll have any issues. But, I like both of these guys' lists a lot, actually. I'm not going to put them straight up on stream, but Cilverwolf's running something similar to what I wanted to run as I was thinking about things. And we've already seen Trunks' list. Pretty solid assassin list. Actually, almost looks like a constructed deck, to be honest.
Whisper your need to the scales.
When Trunks sent me his list, I had to double check the rarities on his cards. Just pasted my list since they saw how powerful it was. You had a great list too, man. I'm serious though, when I was looking through some of your guys' lists, I had to open up the game and check rarities, because I was like, there's no way that's the actual rarity of this card. Like, this looks like a constructed list. But lo and behold, y'all motherfuckers make some good lists.
The waters of life.
That's a solid draw though for Trunks. If he wants to be the most magic efficient play, he's going to have to trade in with his... actually, if he wanted to keep his little 2-1 alive, he could Cliff Racer. It's an expensive Cliff Racer, though, and opens the door for a finish off for Leaf Lurker. But it does leave him the strongest board possible. The only way this board gets punished is if Cilverwolf is sitting on a finish off or a Leaf Lurker here. I'm surprised to see Wrath of the Sith is a rare card. Yeah, man, me too. That card, like, I was surprised to see Sheerpoint Dragons are rare. Like, some of these cards, just in my head, I think good equals epic or higher. Oh, that's a solid Sheerpoint here for Trunks. He's going to deny the Broomer Armorer value, and he has a really strong board now. Lurking Mummy Prophecy with Fighters Guild Recruit. But the top deck Cunning Ally for Trunks is huge. If he can play this and proc it, get to get rid of that Fighters Guild Recruit and keep his entire board alive, and lay down a Skulk if he wants to. Alternatively, if he wants to push more face damage, he can swing with one of his guys into this Mummy, finish that thing off and go face. When do I play? You have the next game, Joe. I'm still working on finding you an opponent. So Slayboy, welcome back, first of all. Glad to have you back. If you want to throw together a deck list with only commons and rares and take part in this mini viewer tournament, we would absolutely love to have you, man. You have the time. This is game 1 of possibly 3 between these two. So you got time to throw together a list should you want to take part. Just trying to feature you guys on the channel. Alright, so after this matchup, it'll be Art of Apocalypse versus Slayboy. Yes, just commons and rares. Any cards are fine, nothing is banned. As long as it's common or rare, play whatever cards you want. You're working from home tomorrow too? Good choice, man. I don't fault you one bit. So this would be a solid finish-off turn. And it looks like Trunks is going to basically just ride this to victory. Pending... He can't play Red Brahmin. That's a legendary. I'm not sure what card would get Cilverwolf out of this. That can clear up 1. Get him a little health back. He's got to clear at least the Cliff Racer as well if he wants to have hope of another turn. He could Soul Tear the Giant Bat. Lurking Mummy is an option as well. That should be a 4-8 now since it's Soul Tear's second run. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think Cilverwolf may have forgotten about the Steel Dagger that Trunks has been packing since turn 1. But that's a huge pull right there. Either that or he just knew he was about to slam down that Fighters Guild recruit. Damn. Trunks still has the option of double Mystic Dragon, which is what he's going to go for. You can't play the fan. Oh yeah, Enduring Fan's a legendary. That's most people's first legendary when they 7-0 solo arena the first time. Alright, so Cilverwolf has outs. I'm not sure what they are. That may be part of whatever it is. That's pretty huge. That's great. This is pretty amazing, to be honest. I don't know if he's going to make it out of this. Swing doesn't help him. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about when I was saying Cilverwolf's running a list that I would probably want to run if I was doing that. He brought out Slay Scout, which is dope. And Trunks has a mid-range, pretty efficient action-based assassin. Two awesome lists, two styles of play that I absolutely love. Whew, that's close to game right there. It's tough because Cilverwolf needs to go face, and now he can afford to do so. Oh, that's a huge play. I'm on, might have a quick minute. Are you going to have enough time to get your tournament games in, Zombie Hunter? If not, you're more than free to have some practice matches with everyone if you don't have the time to play all your tournament matches. It's whatever works for you, man.
They make it too easy.
Have to have a tournament with a win condition since that's setting a fan. I'm down for having some wacky rules like that. Definitely interested in that. My ESL won't open? Really? Are you getting an error message or just flat out won't open? Alright, so using Cliff Racer. Do you have a, what is the specific error message? Could be a couple things. I'm not so sure how Trunks gets out of this. He can clear either one of the guards, but not both. Hey, Shamalaman, how you doing, man? I'm not doing too bad. How you doing? Watching some viewers play with their Pauper lists. There's no valid launch info. I've never seen that error before. So I guess technically Trunks put himself in range of Prophecy Lightning Bolt victory. But a 7/7 drain will negate that fact real quick. And there is the Lightning Bolt Trunks needed. It was one card away. French streamer also set up an arena fun mode called Chez Gordraft. We had a roulette where things like Church the Viewer, middle card, or something like this. That sounds dope too. Once we get some more people in here, I definitely want to do just complete viewer drafts. I don't think there's any way out of this here. Thank you, Ace, for the tip. Hopefully that clears that up for you, Slay Boy. Oh, I thought that was a second Prophecy Lightning Bolt to give him another turn. Whew. Alright, so game one is going to go to Cilverwolf here in a pretty awesome comeback with Slay Scout. So that's pretty dope. Trunks still has a chance to come back, though. It is best 2 out of 3. So as soon as they hop back in for game 2, we will spectate them and see how that goes. That was definitely an awesome first match. Super busy lately, getting ready to travel, not been on much lately. Oh yeah, you said you're taking your girlfriend away, right? I'm actually going away Saturday, so there won't be any stream. This might be the last stream until not next Monday, but the Monday after. I'll be in South Carolina for a week, starting this weekend, so this will probably be the last stream for about a week and a half. We're going to watch things from Cilverwolf's point of view this time around. We saw him with his Slay Scout list last time. That was a great first game, though. Had to visit her in person on the 11th. Oh, you're leaving, I think, almost the same day as me. I think I leave the 12th. Very happy for you, though, man. That's awesome news. Hopefully everything goes great. You guys have a good time.
Can you please help me?
Alright, Cilverwolf's going right for the drain right away. Especially considering that Cunning Ally missed the proc. But Trunks did have a Firebolt in hand anyway. So Trunks taking again the early lead here. He had the early lead last time. Now we're going to see if he can hang on to it. Both of these together won't be able to break through the Lurking Mummy. Which actually, surprisingly enough, with Lurking Mummy not being the super strongest card, definitely put in work in the first match for Cilverwolf, and looking like it's going to be a pretty decent slowdown card so far here as well. Trunks' deck is packed full of answers, though. Finish offs, lightning bolts, fire bolts, curses. Plenty of answers, and he is going to just bypass attacking for now. So using that Drained Vitality and the Lurking Mummy, he can get rid of the Cunning Ally, but Cilverwolf's just going face. He gives no fucks. And he's going to ramp at the Elder's Blood, which is also a solid 6/6 body. And he's going to use the -1/-1 to kill the Ward Crafter. So that's still pretty decent here for Cilverwolf. Trunks has the hand advantage. Boards are, I'd say board is slight advantage to Cilverwolf, but still both have very solid boards. Trunks probably has more answers in hand, starting with this Sheer Point Dragon. What do we got going on here? Ooh, that's a solid play right there. The -2/-2 curse from Sheer Point Dragon turns the Lurking Mummy into 0 attack, and also lets him just trade once, getting that face damage in. So Trunks is going to go ahead and take this advantage here. But still, Cilverwolf keep putting out threats. But I definitely would say the advantage is now in Trunks' hands. If he has a Firebolt or Curse to make this an even trade here, that is obviously super ideal for Trunks now. Gets to keep his board, still has 5 Magicka to work with. Now he's pushing 11 damage. Cilverwolf top decks the Fighter's Guild Recruit, which will come in handy for him. And probably lay down the Venom Tongue as well. But not an easy turn here for Cilverwolf. He's kind of taking on water. It's going to be a tough turnaround for Cilverwolf. I think Trunks might be able to just ride this to victory. Obviously, you got to clean up both of these lethals. Keep pushing damage. Huge curse there, though, for Trunks. If he has another one, this could pretty much lock this game right up. No, but he's got a Shrieking Harpy, which is going to let him deal with the Venom Tongue later, while continuing to push damage. Is he going to pop that second rune, or is he worried about giving... he's worried about giving Cilverwolf cards. So now Cilverwolf can Soul Tear back the mummy if he wants to. It'll eat up a little bit of damage, kill one of these guys. But I think if he is going to go for a Soul Tear on anything, it's going to be that or the spine. It's going for the little girl. Interesting play. If he plays down the Brotherhood Slayer in the left lane, that Mystic Dragon can take a favorable trade, so Trunks won't lose his board at all, besides presumably the other Mystic Dragon, who needs to trade with that Archine Venom Tongue before it gets out of hand. Now the question is, how is Trunks going to answer this little girl? Cilverwolf will be able to just trade into this Camorn Sentinel next turn, and Trunks is in top deck mode. So the difficult thing to do is taking care of this board is probably going to cost you at least one of your creatures, if not two, if you go for the two smaller ones. Then you got to watch out for little girl continuing to heal Cilverwolf every turn. 5 damage is a lot, and could potentially buy him enough time to try and get back into this one. Especially if he can lay down this Whiterun Protector with an uncontested swing from Little Girl to pop a rune. That may be the comeback that Cilverwolf needs right now. But Trunks is holding on to a pretty healthy life and board advantage. Pulling the Harpy is huge for Trunks. But unfortunately, Little Girl will still transform. So, not going to be able to be killed with these two. Trunks is just going to get aggressive here. I guess trying to close this game out soon. So Little Girl transforms. Cilverwolf's just going to go ahead and take that trade there. And possibly Whiterun Protector and Brotherhood Slayer in the right, maybe? Alright, so Trunks needs to find a little bit of damage. He's got 4, 8. If Trunks top-decked a Lightning Bolt, this is game right here. And either way, it's going to be a little bit hard for Cilverwolf to continue to answer Trunks' threats. But, did he top deck the Lightning Bolt? Ooh, he top decked the Cliff Racer. Good game. Excellent game number 2. So, first match of the tournament is going to go to a game 3. One fantastic game by each of these guys so far. You guys have a pretty high bar to beat for round 2. So we'll hang out for just a second, and as soon as they're ready for game 3, we'll hop right in on them. So far, it's been Spectator's Curse. Whichever player I've spectated lost that match. You're in? Awesome, Slayboy. Good job, man. So we got one more match to go. That is a pretty good opening here for Cilverwolf. He can lay down this... Oh, he's putting back the little girl, which pulling the Brotherhood Slayer might even be better.
I keep a spare blade in my boot.
Who's next after that? We've got 3 people left for a total of 5 people in the tournament. So I'm trying to figure out how we're going to handle round 2. Because we have Slayboy, Art of Apocalypse, and you all that need to play. And then, obviously, the winner of this one as well. So we might go for a triangle form right here. I think I know how we're going to handle this one. We're going to have to get a little bit creative due to the odd number of people in the tournament. Even if I make it 6, it's still going to get awkward at the end. Because we'll be left with 3 people fighting for 1 spot.
It's nothing personal.
Ooh, early prophecy here for Cilverwolf is pretty huge. Especially making it a 3-5. So here's how we're going to handle this one. We're going to give Zombie Hunter a bye, pending time commitment, as long as you're still good on time. And Zombie Hunter will go on to our trifecta finals. We're going to wind up with a triangle finals, and I'll explain that in a second. So Art of Apocalypse and Slayboy will play for round 2, best of 3. And the winner of that, so we'll have the winner of Trunks and Cilverwolf, and then the winner of Slayboy and Art of Apocalypse. So we'll have 2 winners from that. They'll go on to meet Zombie Hunter. So we have 3 people in the finals. And the way we're going to rock that is we're going to have each one of the 3 finalists play best 2 out of 3 against the other 2 finalists. So let's say, for example, Trunks wins this one. Let's say Slayboy wins round 2, and then we have Zombie Hunter. Trunks will play Slayboy 2 or 3 times. Then he'll play Zombie Hunter 2 or 3 times. And then Zombie Hunter will play Slayboy 2 or 3 times. And whoever winds up with the most total aggregate wins out of those games... actually, maybe we'll just play 3 games each. Just to increase the total amount of wins. And then whoever winds up with the most wins of that quote-unquote 3-way, sorry for not having a better term, whoever winds up with the most wins there will take the tournament. That's a pretty huge one right there for Trunks. Gonna wind up with a steel dagger. Unfortunately, that Fighters Guild recruit is gonna be a little bit tough to answer. This Broom Armor is putting in work. So hopefully that explanation of how we're going to handle the finals made sense to everyone. So Cilverwolf could Soul Tear back a Black Set Protector. If he's going to Soul Tear anything, I would consider making it be... That works as well.
Just give me an A.
Alright. Very even game, but Trunks has supreme card advantage. And when playing as or against an assassin, the more cards they have in hand, you're usually in trouble. Honestly, you guys could tell me if I'm wrong here, but watching these first 2 matches, besides a couple of cards that you don't usually see, if you hadn't told me this was commons and rares only, I would think we were just watching some versus matches. Besides maybe like Bruma Armorer, besides even that, like, but you see that occasionally. These look like 2 constructed lists for the most part. Double contract into a 5-drop for Trunks. We'll see what he's pulling out here. Cliff Racer. So now Trunks will be able to take care of that Bruma Armorer that has been a thorn in his side since turn 2. Turn 2, right? Or is he... No, Bruma Armor's a 3 cost. But yeah, Cilverwolf had the ring. This has been a pretty high bar for round 1. Or the game is well designed. I think it's both. There's a lot of really good common and rare cards. And we have some very good players taking advantage of those cards. He could potentially bring back the Broom Armor. He's going for the Giant Bat. Guess he can take out that Brotherhood Slayer, get a little bit of health back. And should Cilverwolf want to, he can double contract or contract ring out the Venom Tongue in the left. Okay, so now we're pretty even on board and in health, but Trunks has a 4-0 card advantage in hand. So we'll see what Trunks is working with here. He's got that Firebolt. Oh, Firebolt finish off. He gets to keep his Cunning Ally around. Burnt half of his hand, but he's going to be sitting here with a very strong board. Now both players are in top deck mode. Trunks has the board advantage. Cilverwolf pulls the Falkreath Defiler, which is not a great top deck here. You need to play Falkreath Defiler when he's protected and can get a swing off. Playing him in the right lane, I guess, works. It's just going to be tough for him to get value out of that Falkreath Defiler now, because Trunks obviously is going to play around it. Top deck Giant Bat is pretty huge for Cilverwolf. I will say this, though. If Cilverwolf finds some way to get a swing off with Falkreath Defiler and gets to double res, that could be the swing he needs to take this game. Actually, let me check his list and see if he's running any shadow shifts. Because that would be something he needs right here. He is not running any move effects, unfortunately. And nothing that could help him get a kill with his Falkreath Defiler. In my opinion, Venom's not a good choice because the ramp isn't that effective since you don't run the big package of scouts. I would say in this kind of list, since you're not going to have that top end available to you, like you said, I would strongly consider running the Archon Elite instead. Just because obviously the 3-5 is a little bit better than the 1-4. And you do lose out on the ramp, but with these decks, you don't have much to ramp into. So all ramp is really allowing you to do is play more cards per turn. But Scout struggles to draw a lot of cards, and I don't think Cilverwolf's running any draw at all. So even if you have more magical, all it does is empty your hand sooner. So I would say probably I would run the Archon Elite instead of the Venom Tongue. That Royal Sage by Trunks is pretty huge. He rolled triple guard, which is, I guess, not great for him. If Trunks gets a Lightning Bolt here, it's going to wipe the board. Even a Cut Purse is solid. Barring a very swingy turn, it looks like Cilverwolf might be going down here. If there's a change made, do we need to let you know I made one change, but I can revert it? Oh, no, you're fine. You don't have to let me know. As long as it's a switch, obviously the same rarities of commons and rares, it's fine. I was only having people submit deck lists just to make sure nothing slipped through the cracks here. But everybody's been doing an excellent job so far, and I trust you guys. Slayboy's all ready for round 2 versus Art of Apocalypse. Alright, so I'm going to type in the chat. This one reverted the Venom. I am going to type in the chat. I'm going to put the rules for what we're doing moving forward, just so you guys have it written down. Winner of Trunks. Round 2 of Apocalypse versus Slayboy. Winner of that matchup will face off against Zombie Hunter, and winner of Cilverwolf and Trunks. They will play a round robin finals, 3 games against each of the other 2 finalists. Most overall wins takes the party. So it looks like Cilverwolf did a pretty good job of trying to swing this back. Trunks has 4-6. He has to trade 6 in on the left side. Unless he has a finish off in hand. That Lurking Mummy could prove huge for Cilverwolf. It's going to slow Trunks down just a tad. More so, it's going to make him have to put resources into the left lane if Trunks wants to go for attacks there. And on top of that, Cilverwolf is sitting on 7 damage in the right lane. This is going to be a very down-to-the-wire finish, though. I guess Justin Larson's 1% list doesn't qualify. Not quite. I think you'd have to make a couple substitutions to make that deck work. Just a few changes. This is a tough turn here for Trunks. A huge turn, too. Now he can take out that 6/6 to keep that damage off the board. But if he's not sitting on any ways to take out the 2/6, Cilverwolf has lethal on board, pending guards. Alright, so he's going to start going for that. Actually, never mind. I forgot the Wordcrafter has guard. So Cilverwolf won't be able to quite hit lethal.
Their time grows short.
And the top deck of Brotherhood Sanctuary is a dead draw here for Cilverwolf. Actually, Cilverwolf can get value from his Defiler now and pull back 2 giant bats for victory. At least that's where I'd go for. Double giant bat for the game. Oh, he's going for Broom of Armorers. Interesting. Oh, never mind. He got them all back anyway. I forgot he had 2 sanctuaries out. Wow, that was a fantastic finish, guys. Damn. That was amazing. Good game, guys. Good game. Holy crap.